Welcome to the 2016 Lewis Events mobile app demonstration. I'm going to show you some of the main features of the app and how to get the most benefit from it during your weekend at the partner retreat. So when you open the app, the first screen you're going to come into is the schedule screen. It's separated into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday tabs. Each of the tabs you can click on to go in between the days. There are detailed views for each one of the events. So let's take, for example, retreat registration. If we press retreat registration, it will come up with this detailed screen. We can see the map, which you can click on and zoom in and zoom out. So that's pretty useful if you're trying to find a particular area or if you happen to get lost. It will also tell you the location label. It has a time, so the start time and end time of the event, and it has the day of the occurrence. So there's also another feature here. If you want to build your agenda, what you do is you hit the stars, and you can see here at the top right underneath the battery meter, I selected the star, and that's to add a favorite. So if you back out here, and you can see that there's another little star still there at the top right. So if I press that star, you'll see that now I've got the retreat registration, and I've actually favorited the EDiscovery update. So that shows up as well as one of my favorites. You can do this on each one of the tabs, meaning that really allows you to build your agenda and your schedule for the weekend. So let's take, for example, I want to take a look at the EDiscovery update, which is one of my favorites. I've got all of the things I outlined there in terms of features, and I've also got there at the bottom, you can see that we've got Gordon, Calhoun, and Barry. They are speaking, and so if I click on the speakers tab, you'll see that they're actually listed here. So I can go into, let's say, Gordon's profile, and I can see his bio, his information there, and you'll notice that there's actually a star there. I've actually favorited his profile. So if I were to go into, kind of back out here, I can check out the speakers section, and you can actually favorite the speakers right from there as well. So you can see Gordon showed up. Here's some of the other speakers that I've favorited, and you can see their profiles from here as well. All right, so let's back out of there. We can also see the breakout sessions for the weekend. So if you can search here at the top. So let's say I want to look at the data privacy security group. I can select that, and it shows me where I need to be. And of course, you can zoom in, zoom out on the map. All of these maps are interactive and allow you to get zoomed in on them. And they all are documented, so they have different, they are all highlighted in a different way, so depending on what room they're in. And if anybody else gets lost, you can send them the map through messaging or through the mail and let them know exactly where the event is. Okay, so another great feature that allows you to connect with some of the other attendees is the Attendees tab. So if you go into the Attendees area, you can see some of the people that are registered in the application. You can click on their profile. You can see some of their experience, and you can actually create chats with them or view notes. So you can create a note about the person after your interaction with them. And you can also create favorites from the attendees, similar to how you would do that with the speakers. So one of the best parts of the retreat is the activities you guys are going to get to engage in. You can create favorites there. I've favorited the archery, actually. You can select that, and it will tell you exactly where you need to go, the activity instructions, and we're going to be keeping this totally up to date. So you can really rely on this as your interactive guidebook to the weekend. All the events are there. If there's any changes, you can expect to see those here within minutes. So we're switching over to the Documents tab. We haven't decided if there's going to be a password on this yet, but rest assured, if there's a password, it will be fully documented, and your session speaker should also have that information. And this is just to keep any documents that may be sensitive under lock and key. The Event Photos tab, so as photos are taken throughout the weekend, they should be streaming up here, or they may end up adding photos after the weekend's complete to this particular tab. So you can make sure to hold on to the app and so that you can get the photos as they're uploaded. The resort maps, pretty self-explanatory there. You can click on any one of these and get a map which you can zoom in and out on. Big surprise there. So all the maps are totally interactive and you can zoom in and out. We've got a really great way of communicating with you guys through push notifications. So if there's ever a change or some important time-sensitive information that we want to send you, you can find those here in the notifications tab. They'll also come through on your actual mobile device's notifications tab. So it's very it'll actually make a noise and vibrate in your pocket. So just make sure you turn on the push notifications when it asks you as you're first installing the application. Here is the help tab. So if you ever have any trouble or you're trying to find something or have a question, you can click on the help tab and you can see the event contacts. This is really very helpful. We got the wonderful marketing team here, and they have essentially their information where you can reach them, their mobile devices. And then it also has what you can ask them. So, general inquiries or transportation inquiries, anything like that. And I'm sure they'll all be happy to help. And you can star them as well. So pretty much any section in the app you can create favorites in. So we can also go to, let's say you have a question about the resort itself. There's a resort website. It will actually load up here in the app, and you'll be able to see any information about it. We've also kind of consolidated that info into the resort info tab. So if you wanted to know the actual address so that you can put it in your GPS, you just click on that hyperlink and it will be able to open up in the maps. The last area I want to kind of take note here is the push notifications and settings screen. So here you're able to log in, log out to your account, enable and disable push notifications, and actually subscribe to certain groups, push notification groups. So we have the administrators and the partners group here. This has been a demonstration of the Lewis Events mobile app. We look forward to seeing everyone at the retreat this weekend, and we hope the mobile app is very useful during your time there. Thank you.